Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gemma's Window. If you have followed the calculations from the information box below, or jumped on to my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com and followed the calculations there and determined you're a power year number 6, you're at the right place. Hi, sixes, and welcome to March 2021. You only have to calculate your power year number once for the entire year of 2021. The monthly numbers change, and that's where I come in. Sixes, you're in the month of 9, so this is pretty intense here because 6 is the most romantic year of your cycle. It's the very, very big for moving or redecorating your home. It's all about the home and hearth. Now, the month of 9, of course, represents endings. So we have to take a look at business and at love, and then at any question that you have, and we have to take a look at what's cooking for you. So I'm going to shuffle, shuffle, shuffle here, and we're going to start with business. And let's take a look at our sixes who are working, and then we'll take a look at our sixes who are looking for jobs. Now, you might be doing both. In that case, listen for both. Okay. So I'm just pulling some cards for our sixes who are working, and then our sixes who are looking. Okay. Sixes who are working. You're coming from a very good place. You're doing a very good job where you are. You're working with people who like you, who you probably like. And what's coming up in your energy is that you are going to mishear or misperceive a situation, issue, situations that are going on at the workplace. And you mustn't jump to conclusions and say something or do something to jeopardize your position because you don't understand something completely. Like you hear that everybody's got to take a 1-day pay cut because there just isn't enough money coming in, to the business. And that could potentially not be true. Now you're in this month of endings, and that would pertain to wrapping up something that you've been worried about or concerned about. It might be a month that says go ahead and confide in an HR person or whomever at work who might be able to shed some light on a situation for you, because it's time to wrap up this misconception or miscommunication. You really are doing a good job there, so don't let something get you down. That's not necessary to get you down. Now, for those of our sixes who are looking for work, again, we're starting with the Moon card, and that means that you have been led astray. You are perceiving you were led astray. You're convinced you were led astray. Maybe you weren't led astray, but something has disillusioned you and perhaps upset you or put you off. But you haven't talked to the main kahuna yet. You do not have all the information that you need. And for some of you, I have that, when you do finally talk to the right person or track down the right person, or maybe it's a person that you're afraid of, because the card is my Emperor card, and that's the person who's the head of the department, the owner of the company, the person that you would report to. It's the person that It could even be legal advice, that you're looking for. But it's someone who really knows their stuff, and they may just give you some kind of information that doesn't please you or makes you feel awkward or makes you feel uncomfortable. Now, sometimes that can be that they're going to give you the job and not your best friend, or you the promotion and not your coworker who's been there longer, who you're buddies with or something, and that may make you feel bad. So it's not a bad thing. It's just that there are changes and you might just benefit from those changes. So, oh my goodness, sixes. So get out there and keep looking, but stop circling. Get your nerve up and try to talk to the right person. I have to say, the cards kind of blend for our sixes who are working and our sixes who are looking for work. They kind of blend, and it's kind of like some of you out there are just not doing, in this month, perhaps the best job you can with communication. The other thing about six can mean for the year is that you perhaps have been over responsible, and now you're looking for somebody else to start picking up the slack a little bit, or vice versa. You haven't been holding up your end of the bargain, and other coworkers have, and now you have to start doing the Friday nights, and they're off. So that's another thing that's happening, and I can see that in your business read, where you're in both instances you are there's something stuck in your craw, so to speak, where you're annoyed about something. Let's take a look at our sixes who are in love relationships. There's that moon again. Oh boy. And this is a different deck. Okay, we have our sixes who are in a relationship, and now let's get our sixes who are looking for a relationship, or perhaps looking for someone to come back to a relationship. So if you're a six and you're in your most romantic year, but you're in the month of endings, it does look like for our sixes who are in a relationship, there's something that you're not happy about, or some piece of information that you feel wasn't clear, wasn't the truth, you were misled. Now, I want to tell you, it's that same theme, but it's different cards in a different deck that you had for business. So it looks to me like this month just might be for you a month of suspicion. And that doesn't mean a cheating on thing. It can be that, is this person gaslighting me? I mean, they told me that they were going to be here for dinner at a certain time, and now suddenly they're saying that they have to work on Tuesdays and that they never said they were going to be home for dinner. And it's like, no, I know what I heard. And on and on and on. So there, it can be something so minute as that. So, because I don't want to get you upset, sixes, but I feel like it looks to me like you've gotten advice from somewhere, and you may have gotten the wrong advice too. And so then you go marching into home and say, well, la, 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 and it doesn't go so well in that relationship. Now, it looks as though you're in this love relationship, but that someone outside of that relationship you worry about. This can be your children. It's a card that can be children. It can be a sibling. Another relative. It can be someone out of your love relationship you're worried about, and it is possible that the person that you're involved with was supposed to help you with something, with this relative or whomever that you're worried about, or help you out, or send information to them, perhaps, or you thought they gave your loved one gave permission for you to borrow their car and lend it to whomever, and your loved one said, "No, I never said that." So there's something going on there where there's confusion, but I just want to emphasize that it is going to be wrapping up for this month. It doesn't look like some long-term issue, but you can get it under control for this month. But I feel like, again, it's this misperception, perhaps on your part, and to try to clarify with them, your loved one, whatever you need to say. Now, for our sixes who are looking for a relationship, I have that you've been kind of on a dry spell here, or you've had a recent breakup, and you don't really know what to do. You are at a loss, sixes. And in this particular instance, I will say that your cards are saying that the universe, your guides, your ancestors, your peeps are going to guide you to the next relationship or drop someone in your lap. And that is very nice. And I want to tell you that I don't like to usually say that to people, because it's like, when a client is asking about their love life, and I say, "Oh, yeah, it's going to be there in 1 month." Oh, good. So what? What are you going to do? Sit home, and eat a bologna sandwich? That's what makes me nervous about saying that. But I have to say that's what the cards are saying, is to try to keep the faith that the universe knows what it's doing, and it is going to plop someone right into your path and your lap. Just keep your eyes open and keep your tail wagging and your spirits up, because this is saying that your spirits, for some of you sixes, are down. So this month of 9 can mean the ending of being single, the ending of waiting for someone to come back, the ending of waiting for someone to ask you out. It's here, and it looks like you're going to be off to new beginnings next April, May, and then May in the month of 2, and that's the month of commitment and being a couple. It looks like you might have some action and excitement coming up. Okay, sixes, if you just think about any question at all, be specific, be specific. The more specific you are, the more specific I will be. And here we go. All right, what's the best that we can expect from any question that our little sixes have? 6, what is all this second guessing you're doing this month? I just feel like there's so much second guessing. Now, think about where you're feeling competitive. Are you feeling competitive anywhere in the question that you're asking? Because I have a card that talks about, well, you might be competing with work. You might be competing with a loved one. Are you competing with yourself? Kind of suck it up. Kind of suck it up, because I feel like what we're getting is that you're making a mountain out of a molehill. And you have the perfect partnership card here. So I feel like whatever it is you're asking about, you were on the right track. Whether it's who you're dating, whether it's the job that you have, whether it's you're having a problem with a best friend and you're like, but I thought that everything was good. I think that everything is good, but there seems to be some kind of competition or struggle, and it's going to work out over time. Over time. So give it time. And again, you're in this month of endings. And so let's look on the bright side and say, okay, maybe this is the month that it's going to wrap up. But it's a timing thing, and things will fall into place for you, and you will understand them more, and you will appreciate more what you have or what you started out with. Thank you, Sixes. Thank you for joining Gemma's Window. If you haven't subscribed, please do. If you'd like to learn more about me or schedule a private reading, please jump on to gemmaswindow@gmail.com. But for now, Sixes, we'll see you next time in the month of April for your new beginnings. Bye for now.